Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Paul Brown Show. We're taping at the podcast studio produced using the facilities of Charlotte Mecklenburg Public Access Corporation, Access 21. Today I have my guests. I have frickin' frack. I have Paulie on the left, on the right. I got Taylor on the left. How y'all gentlemen doing today?
I'm doing good.
What it do?
Oh, God. Tell all this a little bit about yourself. These my boys right here.
I'm Paul Brown Jr. Been in Charlotte for like 20 years plus. Originally born in Charleston, South Carolina. So,
Well, I'm Taylor. You know, I already know. Taylor. They call me Judd, though. Judd, man, Tay. You know, Gilly gang. But I'm from Charleston. But I've been staying in Charlotte also for about on and off basically my whole life since I was about 7. So, yeah, that about sums it up. James Island to be exact in Charleston. You know, third pound.
So we're going to do a shout-out. Who y'all want to do a shout-out to?
I got a shout out to all the family in Charleston. You know, Granny, Auntie Manda, Auntie Hope. You know, everybody.
Shout out to everybody in the struggle and, you know, James Island, Charleston, you know, everybody. You know, shout out to my Uncle Goo. Shout out to my mom and my daddy. Shout out to everybody that's watching, you know. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that you know. Yeah, we here.
I want to give a shout-out to my daughters.
Especially my sisters.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
sisters.
I love y'all.
Yeah, my brother, my sisters, my moms, my family,
Love you too, girl.
everybody, you know what I'm saying? Charleston, Charlotte, Cormatech,
Shout out my boy Train too.
A
Lil
Chef.
gang.
Y'all know I love y'all. There we go. We go rounding out. Okay, we're going to talk about some certain topics here today that the guys said they wanted to talk about. First of all, we're going to talk about violence in the youth in our community. Why do y'all think that's so important?
Well, firstly, balancing the youth because simply, I feel like firstly the youth need a good role model because right now they trying to follow music and the type of music they following is not the type of music you should be following as a youth. Like, so it kind of gonna fall back on the parents because the parents shouldn't even allow their kids to listen to certain type of music. So I think the number one thing is stop kids from listening to certain type of music.
Well, my opinion on that is like you can't stop no kid, you know, because at the end of the day, you got a phone, you got access to everything.
If
It's
you're
like-
allowed to have a phone.
When you
Back
go to
when we was
school-
kids, did you have a phone?
What?
Did you have a phone when you was a kid?
This is a new era.
You're a kid though,
It's a new era.
but you don't have to let them have a phone.
So
That's called following.
So no phone, no TV, no nothing.
I mean, you can have a TV, of course, but your TV can still be censored. Everything in life should be censored for kids.
Nah, that's not.
You should have a censored life as a kid.
That's not how the world works.
What?
The world don't work like
No, when it comes time to tell them, you tell them.
that. Okay, so you think that they turn on the radio and hear Lil Nas X, hearing all these, you know, degraded music.
First of all, if you're training them right, they'll know the term from that. Nah, I don't want to hear that. Nah, that's not something that we. Mindset. It's a mindset thing.
But in that music, it seems like they feel like that's where the money at. They see the fame. They look at these TV shows. They listen to the radio and they see the glamour that comes with it, but they don't. So they want that lifestyle.
Definitely.
And that's I mean, sometimes you see a lot of the hip hop artists being killed by either other hip hop artists or people who hating on them just because of who they are and their music.
Correct. Yep. Or somebody, yeah. Or somebody that's following what the music is saying, and they feel like they should live through that and do exactly what the music's saying. Like music be saying music nowadays say crazy stuff. Like it be telling people pull up on their ops and smoke them and do crazy. Like back in the days, you ain't heard nothing like that. You ain't heard no. You ain't know. You can't play no song back in the days when you was hearing people say pull up, whoa, like do crazy stuff like that, like, and they like, you even see everybody like basically like trying to bring it up, like pushing it, influencing it, like they not shooting it down.
It sells.
Exactly. So it's about selling. So it ain't about the youth. It's about money.
Right.
So therefore,
If it's a business, what you gonna think? Oh, care about the youth?
it was
What they
making
gonna-
money back in the days, and they ain't had the guy named like basically set up the youth for failure
I
to make
mean,
millions. They billionaires.
They billionaires.
Why you gotta do all this to like what? That's crucial.
Because it's like, okay, basically, the industry is a business at first.
Always.
So they
yeah.
gonna market it, right? So whatever is hot at that moment, they gonna push.
It wasn't always like that.
It wasn't always
Now
like
they're
that.
greedy.
Yes, because people are fickle. Like they attention span.
But
is
do
short.
they have to do that as billionaires? Do you have to do that?
What? Yes. If you want to stay on top.
No. Because it's up to them. They're the machine. Whatever they push to the society, that's what the society is going to take and run off of it. So if they wasn't pushing that, if they decided, no, we're not going to use none of our machines and we're not going to let y'all, we're not going to promote it nowhere. How's we going to see that? How's the kids going to see that to do that?
Because you remember how Lil Boosie got on. He wasn't signed to a major record label, and he was still selling and talking about drugs and all that other stuff.
That was way back in the days, and he wasn't talking about. All Boosie talking about is like Boosie. We can't really put Boosie in it because Boosie is not really. Boosie wasn't the type. You wouldn't listen to Boosie music and go out here and think to go do some messed up stuff. You listen to Boosie music, you think about the struggle. You think about something. You really think about the hard times. He talking about his baby mama. Mama, I'm sorry. He like you never hear like. Only thing that ever happened with Boosie is people talking about people mess with him and he basically they try to say he hired people to do something to him. That's it.
Okay, we gonna. Okay, but we can talk about this all day, but
$1 million.
you know what I'm saying? But I mean, but we also talking about the balance in the youth in our community, and you see a lot of it in the school system. You see guns being brought to the school. How much does peer pressure, bullying play into these having to bring these guns and weapons to the school system?
Oh, you can go first.
Well, I feel like it's more about pride, about anything, because at the end of the day, they been fighting in school. They been bullying in school. But now that they want to go with a gun and no adult stepping in to help out, that's how it ends up that way. They feel like they got to handle themselves. Because the bully going to get suspended, but when they come back, they going to do the same thing. So I might as well end it for, you know what I mean, end it for good.
Go ahead, Dale.
I feel like honestly, it's society. It's this generation. This generation is messed up, and the reason why I say that is because of some fact that back in the days you can fight. You'll get over some stuff. You like they don't fight no more. You'll hear somebody 10 years old telling you they get in an argument. You'll hear them say, "Oh, I don't fight. I'm gonna burn you." What? I ain't never back in the days heard nobody 10 years old and young like that talking about they gonna shoot you. Like, it's like, I'm telling you, it go right back to music. Like, everything goes back to, like, people don't understand that. Like, people is sitting right here blind to the fact that, like, everybody's right here like, no, it ain't, you know, it's video games and it. Man, people had Grand Theft Auto way back in the days. Wasn't nobody going out here doing all this ruthless stuff they're doing now. It's the music. People was really thinking people was, like, living through that jump. Like, when it first started when Chief Keef started, when he came out. That's when people started really doing ruthless stuff. Like, little kids started carrying guns and thinking it's cool. And everybody start getting dreads. This man, let's be real. I'm talking about this generation. I ain't talking about like when dreads first started. I'm talking about this generation. Everybody got dreads in this generation because of Chief Keef. Not my generation. The generation after my generation.
Yeah, dreads. Yeah.
No, my dreads started. See, I had dreads before them though, so that don't count.
Okay, don't count.
Yeah, you know, me and Wayne, you know, that's another story. But yeah. Shout out to my dog Lil Wayne.
Okay. Well, I feel like it's more accountability on everybody. The parents, the teachers, the society we live in, it's not. We can't just push it on music because it's up to everybody to help the youth.
But you got a lot of parents. I know
Definitely
we
the
can,
parents.
I know we're gonna bring
Parents
the
and
parents.
music.
I know we got the parents, but then again, you got the parents out there trying to put a roof over the kid's head. You got the parents out there trying to work 1, 2 jobs and stuff, and sometimes they don't have the opportunity to really be there because society has, I mean, they're trying to just make sure that there's food, there's a roof over your head, and all that, and sometimes the kids got to watch themselves.
And that's a problem.
You need a village.
That's
to
a problem.
Raise a child.
And that's what's problem. That's a problem with the now. Then they get the race with that. That's race right there. 'Cause, like,
Lord.
9 times, because a lot of times, like, you don't hear that in like other races. Like, you don't hear like the kids having to raise themselves because the parents always at work and no, it don't be like that. I'm telling you, like, because that's crazy. Like, how's we gonna, like, what we gonna do? Like, how we gonna raise ourselves as kids?
It's not.
You gonna be doing some messed up, crucial stuff.
But you see, most of the violent crimes, as far as the mass shooting, is being done by the other race. I mean, so you can't really say it's a race thing because you normally, anytime these days you see like a mass shooting in the school, you see a certain race that's normally doing it.
I mean, in the school, yeah, but a long time ago, wasn't it a black dude and his son inside of a car sniping
Well, that was
people?
Washington. That was in Washington.
And how long ago was that?
That was some years ago.
Yeah, and that was before almost all the massacres that happened.
No.
Yes, it was,
They
bro.
been massacring us for the longest.
Bro, I'm not talking about no race. I'm not talking about the race stuff, bro. I'm talking about the massacres. So that's what we
The
talking about. We talking about the
massacres, they the king
shootings.
of the massacres.
No, we're talking about the shootings, bro.
That was a
Y'all
sniper.
know what we talking about, bro. I'm trying to get
Okay.
off topic.
So-
Stay on the topic.
Okay, so
The shootings,
what about
the
Hitler?
mass shootings.
Oh, no, you
Man,
going
that-
What about
what the-
Hitler?
what?
If you want to talk
Hitler,
about all
bro.
that,
Hitler.
he
That's
was-
not even the same.
he was taking out everybody.
That's not the same. He was taking out anybody that don't even look like him. If you
Okay.
don't look like me, you're die. You're like gas chamber. Come on, man. Nah, man. I don't know. No.
But with that situation with the school, the race card, it's a lot with that because at the end of the day, yes, we had our own community. We had everything we had for ourselves, and they tore down. Then, and
Wait. What race car? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the difference between.
You just went deep, bro.
Ow.
That's not the question we talking about, bro.
I'm trying to break
Daddy,
it down.
bring him back in,
I'm trying
Daddy.
to break it
Daddy,
down.
bring
You
Paulie
ain't
back
trying to
in. He
break
just
it
went
down.
somewhere else.
Nah, I was
No,
gonna
bro.
break it down.
No, you said race car, bro. We not talking about
I'm not
that.
talking about the race
He
car.
went-
I'm just
Doc-
breaking it down.
Dr. Brown has went to another level on us. There goes Dr. Brown. Go ahead, Dr. Brown. Tell
All
us.
right, go ahead,
tell
Doctor.
Dr. Brown. Go ahead, elaborate to Dr. James.
Look, basically, what I was saying is that we already had our own community. We had our own, foundation with a black parent and a black mom and dad in the community helped out. Now they was so afraid of us, they broke it apart. That's
No,
what
that's facts. Yeah.
that's where the welfares and all that stuff kicked in. But now we in a generation of, we used to parents growing up with no dad. You know what I mean? Kids growing up with no dad. That's norm. Now they have the mother raising the child, and the child don't know how to respect authority. So once they can't respect authority, what they gonna go out? Why would they listen to you? Why would they listen to, Jim Bob or the cops? Why?
Jim Bob.
Dr. Brown. Good thinking, Dr. Brown. Okay, I think we gonna leave 'cause we got some other topics we need to discuss and stuff. Okay, I know one topic y'all said y'all wanted to talk about is they had that truck driver that was sentenced to 110 years in Colorado, but they reduced it down to 10. What's y'all views on that? Being that, Paulie, you have your CDL license and you driving trucks, what's your views on that? And Taylor, give your input as well.
It's a money play. I put it like that because truck drivers is Well, yeah, 18 wheelers. Most of 18 wheeler jobs is majority of the supply chain for y'all get y'all product. Majority of everything go through 18 wheelers, rarely planes, most likely boats. So once we stop going through Colorado, stop serving Colorado, the economy in Colorado would plummet. They wouldn't have nothing. They wouldn't have anything at all. So they had to make a executive decision.
No, but how much blame does that? I know he blamed it. He said that the brakes went out.
Right.
Now, how much? Now I know 110 years. That's a long time, stuff. But he did kill 4 people, and they said that he could have took some kind of measures as far as to, you know. But I guess driving a truck, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
You got a 100,000 pounds behind you going down a hill. You tapping the brake trying to be as safe as possible. You don't know when the brake's gonna go out. It's a J brake, but you don't know if that J brake was working. So he probably did hit the J brake and still was tapping the brakes. But at the end of the day, he can't do nothing but let the car go. It's off ramps, but you don't know if it went out when he passed the off ramp or before the off ramp.
I think they probably know all that, but
But I'm just saying, like with that situation, yes, it was unfortunate that 4 people died, but it's unfortunate that we can't really understand the breakdown of what happened.
Well, I feel like some type of way it had to been his fault because of the simple fact that he got 10 years. If you get 10 years for an accident, it was your fault, first of all. And believe me, who you think sat right there and did all the like math and graphics on what happened exactly? Who you think was doing that? Other truck drivers, professional truck drivers.
Right. That's why they stopped.
That's why they sentenced him to 10 years in prison. Because what he did was wrong.
Okay.
They didn't want to give him 100 years or whatever like that because they were like, okay, that is crucial. And we know he messed up. But dang, we're gonna give him 10 years. Literally, they wanted to give him way more because people died, but it was his fault 100%. They know that. I don't know why they trying to. Come on, you a truck driver. I understand you trying to be lenient on them,
I'm not
but bro,
look, you can't.
You know they went deep on that.
Okay, put it like this: you got all this. This truck don't stop on a dime, and you going down here. All the masks going down. You telling me you can? Oh yeah, okay. Let me slow down. Let me hit the e-brake. Flip it. You don't go home, but everybody else go home.
What I'm telling you is that's
so.
okay. So when does it come whereas you have to make the decision of sacrificing your life over other people's life? Because I guess it seemed like by him continually going into the group, he wasn't willing to sacrifice his life because that would be one of the things that they would do is by pulling the truck off the side of the road or something like that. I mean, he may have lost his life, but the other people may not have died.
Pulling the truck on the side of the road. So you think that it's okay for me to be in the truck lane? People cut me off. And I just be like, nah, let me hit this brake. As soon as I hit the brake a certain way, the back might come to the front. Then we all die. One of us got to tell a story. I got to survive at any means.
There you go. You want to tell the story.
See, and that's what they thought. They was like, you know what? He was thinking one person got to survive to tell a story. So we got to give him 10 years in prison because
I'll take 10 years.
I don't know what. See, exactly.
I would take 10 years, but not 110 years because the machine malfunctioned. Y'all knew how the
First of all,
work.
they know dang well they couldn't give him 110 years, bro. They ain't give, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, bro. They knew that was not gonna stand, bro. That was not gonna stand.
I think the governor went to have them to reduce it down to 10 years. You know, he probably looked at all the financial thing that probably would took in effect.
And
'Cause they was
first of
gonna-
all, for them to give him 110 years at the beginning, he was definitely at fault. 110%.
Yeah, he
That's
was-
why they gave him 110 years. Because it's 110.
Okay, we go.
Hey,
Okay, we go.
they ain't talking about his alcohol level.
No,
they ain't bring
they
nothing
already
else
cleared
into
that.
hey,
They already
yeah,
cleared all that.
something was in there. He was
No,
on
it wasn't
cocaine or
that,
something.
no.
He was on something.
Yeah,
now.
he done went. He done. He done throw. He done.
No,
He
he
done.
was on something.
he
Now.
done-
You ain't gonna do that.
He done throw the. He done
Hey,
throw the
he
old
tried-
drug problem.
yeah.
and
Listen,
thing.
110,
Nah.
bro.
I believe they drug tested him.
They
He had a-
drug
he had a
test-
drug
Why they
test.
give
drug
him?
test
Then why they
and
give him 110 years after the
Because
drug
he killed
test?
people. They kill people. What you mean?
We're gonna change the subject. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next. Okay, Taylor, you asked something about dealing with the music. Being that you in that music industry, tell us what your question was gonna be.
All right, so basically my question was like, I was trying to figure out like, why is it so harder for like the music scene in the Carolinas basically to take off? Like how like the likes of Chicago, Atlanta, Detroit, L.A., all these places, they like, it's like when somebody take off, it's like a boomerang effect, like a domino effect. Like everybody else start taking off. Like everybody that's that's doing something a little bit or something like that in that city, they'll start looking at. But with ours, it's like it ain't really like that. It ain't. It's like weird. Like I don't get it. It's
I don't
like
think
too many.
Carolinas is a big market for that type of music, so they have to go to like Atlanta or probably New York or Los Angeles, whereas the market is better and they're able to promote their music better, and you have more people that's in that area that will grasp hold to your music more than probably you see in the Carolinas. We just probably don't get into that.
But I disagree with that. I feel like the Carolinas will put on. They normally put on for a lot of artists that's not from the Carolinas. You sit right here and lie and say you from somewhere else, and come down here and perform. They'll mess around and they ain't be shouting you out everywhere. But you come down, you from here. They be like, he's just a local rapper. Ain't nobody. I'm getting tired of hearing that. Oh, he's a local rapper. Turn it off. They don't want to hear that. Da, 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 da. They say until you blow. They wait till you blow. Then they be like, oh, he from the Carolinas. Oh, now I supposed to rap the Carolinas. Now y'all know me though. Now y'all know me when I blow.
Well, that's how.
But then get mad when you be like, oh no, forget y'all. Now I'm on now. Now forget y'all. Then they be like, oh no, he fake. And
Didn't Mike Jones say something about
back then you didn't love me. Back then they ain't want me. Now I'm hot. They are, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it to be like that. That's crucial. Cause how I supposed to look at my city then? You ain't putting me. You ain't backing me. But then when I blow up, you back me.
Well, let me put. Well, yeah, 'cause I mean I understand that, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you have to leave your city to make it.
No, that's facts.
It's not in the sense of you can't make it in your city. It's just easier places else. You can make it and then come back to your city. But 9 times out of 10, you don't want to come back to your city. You don't even want to come to the city that you blew up at. Because it be the main people that be like, oh, yeah, I remember you from the beginning to kill you. So, I mean, hey.
He said, I remember you from the beginning to kill you.
Hey.
No, that's facts, though. Beatles was, though. That's facts. They would take you
Okay.
out, the ones you know.
Yeah, we're gonna go to another topic because y'all talking about that killing now.
I mean, it's true,
No,
though.
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Okay, we're going
you
to
did go
another
deep,
topic.
though.
We're
You did
going.
go deep.
Yeah, y'all going that.
Okay,
Okay, we're gonna talk about the incident with Antonio Brown. Being that both of y'all were football players, what are y'all views on the way out he handled that action on that field that day?
I let him go first because I got mine.
Well, from what I've seen, first of all, I know how my attitude is.
Yeah, you'd have did that too.
And I feel like
you'd have did that.
he ain't do nothing wrong.
You did that.
He ain't do nothing wrong, first of all.
You would have did the
First of
same
all, I would
thing.
have threw I would have.
Yeah.
See, he was nice though, cause I would have threw the whole like that part right there. You bring me back from an injury, You force me. First of all, that head coach. Everybody keep acting like this head coach is just this little nice, little dandy, little dude. Listen, that head coach a little evil dude. He like real. He like mean. He one of those like you know like one of those dudes that go to the gym all the time and always got like he just man no you ain't want, come on man you ain't hurt. Let's go. One of those coaches. So he like. Antonio was like he hurt and he can't. He don't know if he gonna be able to WitchCon. He gonna be able to play.
But they said that he was.
They forced that man to come back, man. We ain't gonna.
But they had no players. I mean, the players got hurt. Players hurt. I mean, he done been sitting on the sideline for all. I mean, he been suspended. He was going through all these things going on. Then he had the thing about the COVID thing, the issue with that. He was being spent. So when they lost Goodwin. They brought him. I mean, it was like, okay, you had to come up and take Goodwin's place. And he, second game, he blew up.
Well,
I don't feel like I feel like, first of all, and then y'all got to understand this AB. He didn't do nothing bad. Like, bro, I expect something worse than that. I expect for him to throw all his stuff off, ran in the audience, run around with the fans.
You know
I thought he was going to get butt naked.
You know it was cold out there. It was cold out there. I was cold.
He did grab for his pants. He grabbed for a pants, thought about it. He was like, I'm going to just wave. I'm going to wave. Yeah, I ain't taking the pants off. He did grab for the pants, though.
I think it's kind of cold in New York now. I don't think he act crazy.
They got footage of him trying to get on the plane, too.
He ain't in Florida.
He's trying to stop the plane. Hey, y'all leave me, man.
He ain't in Florida. He ain't in Florida. I'm in New York.
He went to the New York Knicks game the next day. So
he did?
Yeah.
Oh man, see, okay. Well, we come to the end of the show right here. I mean, hopefully we'll have another show.
I got a topic. I got one more. All right. So let's talk about the way.
Oh Lord. Oh,
you had to hold that topic to the next show, another show. I mean, cause we running out of time. Okay, all right, but you come on, we gonna have another show. A couple of weeks from now, we'll come back and then we'll part 2 and all that. We will have some more discussion. Y'all to think of some things to say. Okay, this is Taylor, Jug Me.
You know, Jug Man tell you.
And this is Paul Brown Jr.
All right, down to Paul. And I'd like to thank you for watching the show and you be encouraged. Thank you.
All right.